Putin flexes his muscles in Syria in test of Israel's new leader. Russia is trying to take advantage of a change of government in Israel to gain some control over military operations against targets in the territory of its ally Syria. So far the Kremlin has kept this change mostly figuratively, unwilling to risk a military confrontation with Israel. But after years of tolerating Israeli attacks in Syria under former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Moscow is eager to do more to bolster Syrian President Bashar al-Assad with a new government in Jerusalem. Russian President Vladimir Putin is not bound by any previous understanding with Netanyahu, said Elena Supanina, a Moscow-based Middle East expert. He said Russia wants Israel to limit its Syria attacks and coordinate efforts against the terrorists. A more abrasive relationship could force Israel to change its strategy to prevent Iran from increasing its territorial clout, or to switch to alternative strike methods. It also risks fueling political tensions between Putin and Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, who succeeded Netanyahu in June. There is no indication that Israeli missions are now being disrupted. While the Defense Ministry in Moscow claimed that Syria's Russian-supplied air defense systems thwarted 3 Israeli attacks in the past 2 weeks, Israel and others said this was untrue. "We will continue to target Iranian targets in Syria," said Giora Eiland, the former head of Israel's National Security Council. "This has been one of Israel's achievements against Iran in recent years, and we are not going to give it back. Russia will have to tell Israel if it wants to end the informal agreement, and the bottom line is that nothing has changed," said Zvi Magen, Israel's former ambassador to Russia, who is now a senior researcher at the National Institute for Security Studies. Russia knows that if it changes by force, Israel will react with force.